regulating your emotions, regulating how you decide to respond is the number one thing that you need to hone in on for this next year. Understanding that the way people are projecting onto you is a reflection of them and it's not a reflection of you. I've spent so many of my years, and I think you have too, worrying about what other people think and what they believe and feeling them projecting their emotions onto you, whether that be something good or bad. I think it goes the same way. And I know that you have experienced this in your past. I know that you are probably an empath and you feel the feelings and you take on the responsibility of others' feelings and opinions, but you're done with it now. We're done. No more of that, because you've done so much work on yourself and you've always tried to bring and carry the people with you. No matter how they treat you, no matter how poorly they treat you, it's as if Spirit, whoever it is you believe in, decides early on that it's time for them to go and they disappear without you lifting a finger. And now it's the time for you to get really clear about yourself and what you deserve, because when somebody is pouring into your cup, you're naturally going to pour into their cup, because that's just how you are. That's just innate to the person that you are. The good thing about all of this is that it's shown you your beauty, and you know that you have the strength to overcome any relationship and any obstacle, because people have done bad things to you, things to the point where other people would have removed them from their life, but you decided to stay with it because you thought that was love, and you have this natural essence of unconditional love for people that not everybody has. And a lot of times it's a reflection of the other person. If they decide to leave your life, let them, because sometimes the way that they're perceiving the situation doesn't align with you anymore, and it's just time. It's natural for friends to come and go. It doesn't mean that you have to be mean and talk shit or whatever. Like, it's okay, and the best way to go about it is just to allow things to unfold in the most natural way. There's no need to force and grasp and hold on to anything, because what is meant for you will be for you. And as long as you're moving from a place of love and compassion and understanding all the time, the right things will come to you, and you'll just feel that peace within. You'll just know, you'll just have an inner knowing of the fact that this person is telling the truth and I don't need to worry. Like, I'm telling you, you'll see it in your face, you'll see it in your eyes. The things that are meant for you will make you glow, because you'll finally realize that you'll be able to trust yourself. If you keep on looking outside for validation outside of yourself by going and working and making more money and only going after that, as opposed to focusing on your own inner strength and like honing in on controlling your emotions, controlling your mind, those things are more important than what's outside, because the things inside are what's gonna allow you to gain that confidence and stick with something. Life is so much more rich when you go inward. I promise you that. This last year, 2024, was a year of the most challenging year of my life and the scariest time of my life. I know now that I'm onward and upward. And you know why? It's because I've changed my mind about every single thing that's come in my way to try and distract me. Whether that be me doing really well at work and someone coming in front of me to try to bring me down. I'm like, no, like, this is not a big deal, because you know what, like, by you wanting me to engage, it's a distraction that will lead me further away from focusing on the right things. We need to remember what our dreams are day in and day out. First thing in the morning, make that vision board. Make that vision board of not just the images and the things you want to portray, but the person that you want to become. What does that person look like? How does that person live? What are their morals? What kind of style do they have? Is it classic? Is it timeless? What bag are they wearing? How do they respond in the face of challenges? All of these things, get really clear on. And if you need to print it out and plaster it all over your bedroom or like in your office, like, do that. Because it's such a great reminder to wake up, and even include like your career, like, and the things that you want to feel. When I wake up, I want to feel cozy, and I want to feel, but I also want to feel challenged, because you know what? Nothing grows when you're comfortable. We have to grow through challenges. It's the only way to excel and to gain more momentum and move towards the life that we want. We need to face challenges. Otherwise, we're going to be stagnant. Get clear on what it is you need to eat, what you want to eat more of. Like for me, this year, I actually need to have more magnesium. I want to bring more cardio and strength. I also want to eat more fish. I'm going to bring this up, but this is the first time in my life that I've had to worry about cholesterol. I mean, it's wild. Like, I look healthy, but internally, if I'm not eating the right things and if I'm not feeding myself the right things, I'm not going to feel good, and it's going to show on the outside eventually. Get clear on how you want to feel. I get to design. That's my main gig, and I'm really grateful for it. And the fact that I can get into that state of mind is a blessing. If you just start to envision the feelings that you want to feel, I promise you, like, your life will start changing for the better. There's that quote that's about, I was young and I wanted to change the world, but then I became wise and I realized I needed to change myself first. That's it. It all from within. This is the first year that I have finally decided that I can trust myself and that I'm gonna do things for me, but I'm gonna also bring value to this world and really hone in on my own gifts and understand my gifts and make myself better. Also decided that becoming more intentional about scrolling. I'm like, okay, you know what? Or even going on social media and deciding that, you know what, my main world is on like Instagram, and I've decided that I'm gonna kind of remove myself and not take on any energies, because you know what, like, I want to hone in on my own gifts right now, and I want to hone in and give my energy and my time to people that really truly understand life and want to grow through life, because life is full of challenges, and we wouldn't be human if we didn't have any challenges in life. Imagine the type of person that you would be if you never went through a challenge in your life. Like, and then one day something happens, something horrible happens. That would be the worst. I feel like life has been preparing us for this moment of being able to overcome every single obstacle that we could, any obstacle that comes across our path. And this is the year for it. We're in the year of the Aquarius. Like, I think Pluto is now in Aquarius, and this is going to stay here for a while. It's been a long time coming. Lately, there have been all these things that I don't want to do right. And I've decided for myself that, you know what, it's always better to be responsible. And I'm going to always be responsible. And I'm always going to be there for a friend when they need it. There are going to be things I want to do, but you know what? When we don't want to do it, there's always a shift in perspective that we can make to change our mind, because we can always change our mind. Nothing is fixed. Like, everything that we experience in life is right here. It all, like, this is the most important part of our life, and like, this is what's going to make us healthy. It starts here, starting to perfect this mind and starting to perfect how we feel, starting to perfect what we want to experience, and making sure that when we catch ourselves going down a rabbit hole, we bring ourselves out because we're the ones that are responsible, and we're the only ones that can bring us out fully. And I promise you, the more you practice, the more you keep on going, like we're gonna lift off. There's gonna be an insane momentum, and you'll just be like, holy hell, like I literally just leveled up. It's like being in a video game and you're just hopping over all of these distractions, whether that's someone running from left field out of nowhere trying to deter you by yelling at you for something you didn't do, or anytime somebody is angry with you, it's a reflection of them and how they're perceiving things. And if you can't convince them otherwise, then sometimes you just have to be wise and view the situation from that perspective and not take things so wholeheartedly. You need to take it with a grain of salt in order to protect yourself. And that's not to say that you don't care about them by not taking on their emotions. It's you still having compassion for them and choosing to be kind and hear what they have to say, but at the same time, also knowing how they're responding and how what they're saying is a reflection of them actually having a really difficult time because they're suffering. They're having a hard time processing it, and they're sad. Like, just by seeing their face, if they're not happy, it means that they're not happy. And at least you can have a clear head and just understand that. I'm telling you, the answer to everybody's problems is to have more compassion. And you think that it's about, we think that the way to overcome everything is to be compassionate and kind, and we think from a perspective of needing to add positivity to everything. Girl, guys, whoever, I know you. I'm guessing that if you're on this channel, then you've gotten to this point of feeling like you've people pleased, you know what that it's like, and you thought that the idea of people pleasing and making everybody happy was by adding to everybody's experience, by adding positivity to every single experience. But it's not. No matter what you do, nobody, not everybody is ever going to be happy. Only we can make ourselves happy. Only we can change our minds about these things. We don't need to give that power to someone to make us happy when we are responsible. We need to take responsibility for not just our actions, but our responses and our reactions to life. Because we have the choice to allow somebody to hurt us, not physically, but mentally. It's up to us. Isn't that crazy? Like, when you think about it, I just want to give an example, because I used to be that person that would try to fix everybody's problems. When someone was angry, I would tend to them and I would just like, oh my God, it's fine. Like, I'm gonna help you, or like, look on the bright side, blah, 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 like add positive. But that got so exhausting. And what I also found was that this stuff was never lasting. It was because it wasn't up to me. It was up to them. They needed to want it too. And when you can, if you're on this channel, when you get to a point where you can access that, and you can access this and be so mindful and so aware, I promise you everything will freaking change, because this is a freaking secret that not many people know about. If you found this channel, I swear to you, like, not many people know the secret. And this secret, when you unlock it, it can unlock everything for you. Everything. All the things that you never knew you could have. Like, all of the things that you never knew you could create will just freaking come to your mind, and you'll just be able to execute and make it happen. It's freaking wild. one day you'll just realize, oh wow, like how far have I come? I really believe that everything happens for a reason. All of the growth, all of the challenges, all the people that made it difficult, you know, like all of our insecurities, all of those things needed to happen in order for us to get to where we are today. I would not be who I am today, which is why I have no regrets. Beauty comes from the inside. It comes from the inside. And it doesn't rely on anybody else. It only relies on self. And we, you know, there's that thing like eyes are the gateway to someone's soul, and I know that if I could see your eyes, I could recognize it in your eyes, and I know that the right people see me here, because it's a lonely world. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten to the point of just being like, you know what, like, what's the point? They're gonna leave anyway. What's the point? Like, they don't get it. What's the point? Nobody understands me, right? And there's some truth to that, but there's always those outliers, and there are always those other people that just like see you, and those are the people that we are moving forward for, right? These are the people that we have, certain people in our lives who see us. And you know, there are going to be a lot of tower moments like in the next few weeks, given that the new year is coming up. I mean, we're in 2025, so we're getting a little taste of it, but the idea is just that, wait, is it 8:15? Oh my God, I have to go soon. Okay, we're getting a little glimpse of it, but we're gonna have tower moments, and there are gonna be moments in time where there's a potential of people falling out of your life because they don't see you. They don't see you for who you are, and they want to keep you in that box, because when we start to change and we start to level up, people will see it and they won't like that, because you're killing off the person that used to be. You're no longer that person, and you're no longer going to resonate with these people about the things that you used to. And it's lonely. But I'm telling you, the beautiful thing about this is that you'll find people that are even more suited for you, because they're out there. They're out there, but you just have to go within first. And I promise you, it'll uncover so many things for you that it just said 2121. Right when I looked, I'm like, okay, I gotta go. I swear your people are out there. Welcome, like, come to this. I don't know. I know this community is going to be fucking epic. Excuse my French. I gotta probably beat that out later. But if this found you for a reason. And, you know, we're all going to be in this together. And it's nearly the beginning of the year, but it's honestly a great start. And I could see good things are happening. The momentum is coming, so we got to just keep that momentum going and just stay healthy. Feed your body the things that it craves, like all the colors of the rainbow, like the beautiful foods that are all natural. You can literally look at a fruit and like feel it and smell it and know right away how like delicious it will be and how high this vibration is. Like, you can feel it. Don't go to McDonald's. Don't go to those fast food restaurants to feed you. Like, treat yourself. Gift yourself that, because I promise you, if you do it bit by bit, day by day, it's only going to feel better, and you're just going to feel even more inspired. So I have to go to check in for my dinner with some friends, but I'm sending you all the love, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.